Hello guys, welcome again to this session, and today we're discussing about international politics as well as what has been happening recently in Venezuela. We have information that the president, Nicolas Maduro, has been in office for quite some time. He's going for the 6th term. Yeah, the country has been ruled by one party for 25 years. That is Maduro. A quarter of a century. That guy has been there. This country is in Latin America. And of course, the US is against Nicolas Maduro. They were supporting Edmundo Gonzalez, who was the opposition leader. And something very important that is coming from this is that for the first time, Venezuelans put their differences aside. All opposition leaders say that this guy has been in office and he's refusing to get out of office. We are going to put our differences aside as opposition, and we are going to support only one person. Yeah, Edmundo Gonzalez.
But those guys went for an election.
Yes.
But Nicolas Maduro won. But there's an insinuation that Nicolas Maduro banned an electoral commission office. So that
of course, we can clearly say that he didn't win. When we say that he put the opposition put their differences aside and only chose one person to support them, that shows you the kind of support that this guy had.
Why do people hate this guy? What has this Nicolas Maduro done in Venezuela?
Nicolas Maduro went against the United States position, global position. And when you go against the United States, of course, it is not just by going against the policies. He also went against democracy, as we like to put it, because he has overextended his term. He is being seen as a dictator. Of course, the United States will never support anyone who is being seen as a dictator. They've tried to support other people, but Maduro has held fast on this seat. So when he went against these tenets of democracy, that is when the United States was interested. And the United States went on to put on a lot of sanctions and embargoes against Venezuela. You know that Venezuela is among the top richest countries in terms of oil production. It has a lot of oil, as well as the country is very rich in other minerals. But right now, they are very poor. The economy is very poor, as well as they have very, very high inflation, because of these sanctions. Over 500,000 people have left the country to go to other countries. The United States was very categorical and very interested in this country. Why? Because a lot of people are leaving Venezuela to go to the US border, just like we speak about Haiti. So the US has an interest to stabilize Venezuela, to prevent people from moving from Venezuela to the United States border, and if possible, make people leave the United States to come back to Venezuela. You understand that the US is in election mode right now. If anything is very important right now to these two candidates, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, is to make sure that the immigration sector is well taken care of. It is a hot cake even in this election. So when you have Venezuela not coming to terms to work together with the United States and prevent this outflow of people, then the United States is very concerned. And that is why this Secretary of State Blinken came out and said that the United States is concerned about the elections that happened in Venezuela. As we speak right now, people are rioting in Venezuela because of the elections that they see was not conducted fairly. The opposition came out and they said that their president is Edmundo Gonzalez. They also came out and said that they know that Edmundo Gonzalez won by 70%. And now that you have that kind of a fracas between the government and the opposition. But one thing we know about Nicolas Maduro, he's a very firm person and is ready to use anything to stay in power.
So he cannot even leave that power.
As we speak, one person has died from the violence that is going on there.
What can you say about the people? What can you tell the people that are in Venezuela?
What we can say to the people who are in Venezuela, of course, we will speak Spanish if we could, but we hope they'll somehow get the translation. Yes. Is that keep on fighting for your rights. Do not relent. Do not hesitate. If you think that this was not conducted fairly, use all the legal means possible to make sure that you get what you deserve. Yeah, that is the message that I can give to them, as well as to acknowledge the fact that these elections, that just to know that these elections were not conducted fairly. Just when the elections were almost going to be announced, there was a lot of activity. Yeah, people who were supporting the opposition were kicked out of the rooms that were supposed to elect to announce the winners. The internet, where the results were being shown, went down abruptly. So we are seeing all the characteristics of someone who did not win an election holding to power. So that is what I can tell them, that keep on and do not relent.
Yes, that's what I can tell them, because even us in Kenya, we are fighting for our right. Until next time, say game over.